Good morning, guys. This is Lance Barton from the Cultural Arts Training Foundation in Las Vegas. Today, we're going to do some reviews on an amazing product, the Libre Fitness Equalizers. What we're going to go over today are just some ways of doing static holds combined with body weight. A lot of times we get questions on transitioning between movements. How do we get to that point? The great thing about this product is if you don't have something like parallettes, these make a great substitute. Now keep in mind when we're using these today, when you're starting out, go at your own pace. With these things, because they do move, you can put an anchor or base such as dumbbells, weights, flat weights, round plates, whatever works for you. Today we're not going to use them. We're going to go over some basic movement. I'm not going to break them down in detail. We're going to do that in a later video. We're just going to show you how certain gymnastic holds can go fluidly, and then you can also add in body weight. So we're just going to start with a few smooth transitions. I will tell you what the exercise is. The goal is actually to combine them all together without stopping. So when you're starting this, do one. Make sure that your mobility, your flexibility, your strength has to be there to get to this level. All of these movements can be simplified. The great thing about using the Equalizer is it does not put strain on the wrist because there's no flexion, so you're not wearing out that joint and that ligament. So we're going to go slow. We're going to simply start with a basic handstand, going into an L-sit, going back to a planche, going into a mana, from there going into diagonal elbow levers, and then finishing up with partial straddle L's. It'll make a lot more sense when we go through that. That'll be the first series that we do, and then what we'll do is break them apart. We'll do 2 static holds and then combine that with a body weight exercise just to give you an example. So again, when you're watching this video, keep in mind, these are advanced level exercises, so please go at your own pace. All of these can be modified to fit you. What we're simply going to start with are the handstands. I'm not going to hold them for as long as we normally would, just because the video, you don't want to sit here all day watching me. Or maybe you do. So we're starting with basic handstands. The body's staying in fairly close. We're not fully extending the arms. From here, it's a smooth transition into an L-sit. From my L-sit, you'll notice we can go right into a planche. From here, transitioning into a mana. What I mean by a partial elbow lever is going off on a diagonal. And this is how you're transitioning into a single arm lever. We can just switch off onto the other arm, keeping yourself balanced, and then finishing off with partial straddle L's and partial straddle L's. Now when you're starting off, keep in mind your flexibility, your weight, your strength is going to limit how you do the series and your range of motion. If we're slowing things down to do 3 things at a time, I'll show you that. So let's take a very basic exercise, handstands, into an L-sit, into dips. Okay? This is just an example of some of the things that you can do. So if we're starting, let's just do the opposite way. We start with the L-sit, we go into a handstand, and then we finish up with dips. So that's an example of combining 2 different theories of movement together, all because of this great piece of equipment. So, please, information, questions, comments, ideas are always welcome. Have a great day, guys.